My name is Danielle, I'm a Rotary International Youth Exchange student, and this is my vlog. Hey you guys, so recently I asked you to send me all your questions that you have about my experience here, and I'm going to answer them in a video, and this is that video. So let's get started because it's going to take a while. Alright, so Angela asked, if you had to leave the islands today, what would you miss the most? What do you miss most from home? That I would miss the people I've met and my family here the most, if I had to leave right now. And of course, what I miss most from home? My family. Amber asked, do you have an Anakin Skywalker braid now? Well, I did. The sad news is it fell out this morning. It's called a trece, the Spanish word for braid, and it's pretty much a leather braid that they attached into the bottom of my hair. So yes, I did have an Anakin Skywalker braid. Javier asked me 3 wishes. 1, that my host family and I keep in contact after this is all over. 2, that my real family in America passes the year safely and soundly. And 3, that I get out of this all that I wanted without any regrets. Angela also asked, is dating similar there to in the US? Pretty much it's the same, but I think they take it a little more seriously than we do. And everyone seems to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Everyone. Amber also asked, I also want to know what happened to Hot Spanish Guy of the Week, or Hot Canary Islander of the Week, or Hot Foreign Male of the Week, or just Hot Any Guy. Where are they? Are you holding out on us? No, Amber, I'm not holding out on you. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. But here's one for you right now. His name is Cristiano Ronaldo, and he's a soccer player, and he's gorgeous. Ashley asked, biggest language success. My biggest language success so far has probably been being able to carry on a conversation. I had a conversation at school the other day with some new friends, and I didn't have to have them repeat everything every 2 seconds. And I felt pretty accomplished, and it was awesome, and I approved. So simply, just being able to communicate better without having repetition. It's awesome. Angela also asked, do they have a senior prom in high school? Nope, doesn't exist. Amber also asked, are you fluent in Spanish yet? If so, can you take my Spanish class for me? Not fluent in Spanish yet, gotta give me 6 more weeks. And no, I'm not gonna take your Spanish class for you. Sarah Kleinvector also asked, having to do with language, how's the Spanish learning going? I imagine you're learning a lot more practical terms and phrases than we ever did in school. Oh yeah, it's way more practical. And as far as practical terms go, I know all the bad words in Spanish now. Ashley also asked, funniest thing ever? There's been a lot of funny things, but probably the funniest was when my friends started teaching me the Spanish curse words. And then they made me say this phrase that I didn't know what it meant, and I still actually don't know what it meant. But it was something rather dirty, I think. And they recorded me saying it and then played it back to me, and you had to be there. It was hilarious. It was just sad, but it was also hilarious. Angela also asked, do they have Halloween? Well, they do have Halloween, as far as I know. It's not October 31st yet, so I don't really know what they do, but I do know it's a whole lot smaller than it is in America. Tana asked, do they drive like they do in England? Well, they drive on the right-hand side of the road here, but if English people drive really dangerously, then yes, they drive like them. But no, they drive on the right-hand side of the road. Angela also asked, do they use the euro? Yep. Amber asked, what has been your most awkward experience thus far? This one's depressing. I've had a lot of misunderstandings. You know, things get lost in translation. And I think I accidentally insulted one of my friend's friends. I think I accidentally called her ugly, and I felt really bad. And there was just a whole misunderstanding, and I thought we were talking about a person she didn't like, and this. A lot of stuff got lost in translation, and I think I accidentally insulted her. But me and that friend are still okay right now, so I think it didn't really hit her really hard, but I felt really bad, and it was really uncomfortable. And yeah, That's not the only thing that's gotten lost in translation. There's a lot of things that get lost in translation that make it uncomfortable. But, story of my life. Victoria asked, how are the family dynamics? They're pretty much the same. The father is the head and the mother is the neck. Angela asked, is there anything like separation of church and state? Honestly, I have no idea. Sorry. Elizabeth asked, what is school like in the Canary Islands? Is it similar to here? And my Aunt Kathy asked, is going to high school similar or different? Alright, I'm going to try to make this real quick. Here, school starts at 8 and ends at 2. You're with the same 29 other people all day long with a couple of exceptions. You're in the same classroom all day long with only a couple of exceptions. You don't eat lunch at school. You have something called recreo, which is a 30-minute break for a snack. Substitute teachers don't exist. If your teacher doesn't show up, you just hang out for an hour. Or, if it's the last period of the day, you go home. The subjects here include math, philosophy, lingua, which is our literature, like our literature and reading class, history, technical drawing or technology, photography or PE or information, or another option, I have photography, English language class, and physics. In the whole of high school, you have two options. You can go the science route or you can go the literature route. I'm in the science route, so I have more science classes. The culture of school, like teacher-student relationships, student-student relationships, is the same, but they don't have sports teams in their high schools. They have a few clubs, like 3 clubs that you can participate in, but really you don't get to know your friends at school because there's no time. You have to do it outside of school, pretty much. Angela asked, what is the driving age, voting age, drinking age? When you turn 18 here, you can do whatever. You can drink, you can drive, you can vote, you can go to every single club that there is. So 18 is the age to be here, pretty much. Dustin asked, who's the cutest Spanish Canary Islander you've met so far? I want a picture if you can show one. Well, the cutest Canary Islander I've met so far is probably my little sister. She's adorable. Angela also asked, how common is it for there to be a stay-at-home parent? Both of my parents work and both of the parents of the other exchange student work, and so I don't know. As far as I know, not very common, but I'm not sure. Dustin asked, just like a general question of like what has been the biggest cultural shock, change, ignorance you've encountered. Well, the biggest cultural change probably has been eating later. Here, breakfast is whenever you wake up. Lunch is about 2 and dinner is about 9:30. So that's really different. That's like 3 hours different from when we usually eat in America. It's not a problem, it's just different. Angela asked, how much do they pay babysitters per hour? No tengo ni idea. Cassie asked, what do the beaches look like compared to the one in Texas? The ones in Texas. Well, this is what Texas looks like. And this is what it looks like here. Since my island was made from a volcano, the sand is usually black because it's volcanic sand. So they have black beaches here. It's pretty cool. Angela asked, what is something that is common to eat there that Americans who would absolutely turn their noses up to? Probably rabbit. That's the only thing I've had so far that Americans never have probably had. We don't usually cook rabbits nowadays. But it was really good. Cole Frazier, what's the biggest change you've had to make? Probably the fact that not a lot of things are on time here. School is, but I'm the kind of person who's like, oh, you told me to be here at this time. I'm gonna be there if not on time, 5 minutes early. Stuff like that. If you're not 5 minutes early, you're late. Kind of deal. And here it's just kind of like more chill. It's just kind of like, we'll go. We'll get there. Sure. It's not a bad thing. It's just a big change for me, especially since I have been so time. Angela asked, are there a lot of bugs there? Like, are mosquitoes a problem? What kind of wild animals do they have there? Do they have squirrels? Mosquitoes do exist, but flies are a bigger problem. Squirrels don't exist. I have not seen one single squirrel, but geckos. Those are the animals you see everywhere. There's so many geckos. So many geckos. Alex kind of asked, best new dish you've tried? That would definitely have to be jamon serrano. That stuff is awesome. Angela asked, what is the time difference from here to where you are? 6 hours. And my grandma asked, how do you get to school? Do you walk? Nope, I don't walk. My host mom drives me and my sister because our schools are pretty close. So she just drops my sister off and then drops me off. And I take the bus home. So that's it for all your questions. If you have more questions, feel free to comment on this. Message me on YouTube, message me on Facebook, do whatever you like, post on my wall. I'm open to answering all your questions, and I'll probably do another video like this again soon. So keep your eyes out for another post asking for your questions, and I'll see y'all later.